Hello everyone, it's Padded Beads and Plenty More, and today I'm going to talk about making this type of pendant out of a 40 by 30 bead. We use a bead because then we can go through and it holds it more firmly. And I've used copper wire, which is an 18 gauge copper wire, one of my favorites. I'm also going to talk about making the little bead chain that we can use as the necklace part with our pendant. So these two are finished, and we've got quite a variety of these in the store. I'm going to show you a few of them. They're some different colors, and the purple one that I'm going to do today, and they also come in a little smaller size. Okay, so let's get started on this. With our pendant, I'm going to reel off the wire, and I'm going to measure the pendant and do 4 lengths of the pendant, 2, 3, and 4. This is an approximate measure. It can be a little bit more, a little bit less, and just make sure you have enough wire, because it's always easier to have a little bit to cut off than to end up with not enough. So what we do to form this oval piece at the back for holding the back side, so I've got it on both of these, we just take this wire and fold it in half and cross it over and give it a bend like that, and we'll check it on the back here to give it the right sizing, so about to there. Then I take my chain nose pliers, which are the flat pliers, and go in and give that a little bend each direction. Hold with my thumb here so that I can get them on the same side. Then with my fingers I'm going to straighten these two pieces out so that they sit somewhat parallel. So again, we'll check on our stone to make sure the size is about right. Looks good. So set that aside for a minute. And then I'm going to take 3 lengths of wire. 1, 2, and I'm going to measure it a little more accurate. 1, 2, and 3. There we are. Cut off from the spool. Now this piece I want to go through the bead, and at this point I'm going to take a look at both sides and see which one I want for the front. I like this one a little bit better, and I think I'm going to make that the top. The top gets covered up a little bit, so we want to give it a less obvious. Okay, so bend this one to hold that firmly at the bottom. Then we're going to set our oval on the back side, and this piece that I've got coming out of the hole of the bead, I'm going to wrap around my 2 to hold them together. Give it one wrap, and then I'm going to again make sure these are sitting fairly parallel, and then go in with the biggest part of my round nose plier and fold that forward for a bail. Fold it over the biggest part, and then we're going to grab it and bend it back in. I like to use the chain nose for this. It's a little bit stronger than your round nose. Bend it right back like that. So then we've got our nice little bail. I'm going to continue this piece around to give it a finished look there. Yeah, with, of course, the bail, you always flare it a little bit. It looks nice. Now, this piece here I'm going to take and use as a decorating, but this piece at the top here I'm going to give a little bit of a twirl to give it cover up the wraps. So we'll just do a nice little spiral right up on the top there, like that. Finishes it off quite nicely. So we've got 3 pieces here that we can do some nice decorating. So I usually like to curve them around a little, and this one as well. And we're going to cross them over so that they will have some stability on top of the pendant, because otherwise they have nothing to hold on to. And then to finish off, we're going to go around with some nice curves to finish those ends nicely. With two pieces, I like to do a matching curve, and now this one I've got much longer piece, so I can do a little bit more elaborate. I'll bring this around. And give it. Using the round nose pliers and also work with your thumbs, that works very, very well. Just gonna give that, take this piece and give it a tuck in so that we don't have any raw edges for the skin. I don't want anything to, so there, that's similar to what I did with the blue one. And this piece could have a little bit bigger tuck. There we are. And flare out our top. Now, as well as making the pendant, I want to show you how to do this bead chain so that you can then use this as your piece that goes around the neck. See how it works very nicely. So what I did to make that, I've taken the same wire and we've measured 1-inch pieces and 1 1/4 inch pieces. The 1-inch piece is the S shape, and the 1 1/4 is the piece that the bead goes on. So here's my 1-inch and 1 1/4 inch. You need that little bit extra length because the bead, you use 2 circles again, but you have the bead in the middle, which takes up a little bit of space. So doing the S, we're going to go in part way up on the pliers and just round in a round shape. We don't have to center this one. And this side again around. So you get a little unit that looks like that. Hold it up a little closer so you can see better. And now with the bead, we want to center the pieces and we want them to go the same direction. So I just did a wrap around like that, go in with the pliers and tilt it back to center it up. So that gets us centered like a eye pin. So go in with your, put your bead on, and again I want it to go the same direction. So I'm going to go this way and go around, and you can bend that back as you're making it so that you get it all nice and, oh, I didn't get it go in the same direction, so we'll make sure it does go the same direction. Okay, so release that a little bit, hook in our little S shape, and then bring that in nice and tight. So these will link one to the next as you just take the little circle and turn it out to the side a little bit, and we can hook it on here and tilt it back in and continue to do alternating one S shape, one bead shape, and you can have a piece that we can work with your pendant for a necklace. And that piece will go through the veil and it goes up like that. So I hope you have fun working again with some more wire, and bye for now.